So it's Sunday morning, got up around 5 a.m. Trying to just stay consistent with my sleep schedule for the rest of the week, just because we do have to get up early Saturday for a race. But what that also means is now I get the opportunity to go do my laundry with nobody at the laundry. Also, I'm going to try to run while we're doing that, so let's start with that. Laundry's in the dryer now. I'm getting ready to start my run. It's honestly so beautiful out. I love that I'm able to wait a couple minutes after the dark ends just to get the most beautiful part of the morning, in all honesty. And yeah, I'm gonna head up to the turf, knock out a couple easy miles, followed up with some hill strides, and by the time I'm done with that, hopefully my laundry will be done as well. So let's get after it. So my parents are in town for the weekend, and they're currently staying at a hotel. They just got up to go get breakfast, and I said, oh, I'll come down and hang out with you guys for a little bit before you guys leave, because I know they want to get moving and get out of here pretty early this morning. And then Anders also texted me and said, hey, do you want to go to breakfast at 10? So it's 8:30 right now. I'm going to try to make some chai, get down to the hotel, hang out with my parents for an hour or so, and then go to breakfast at 10. All while just literally tossing my laundry onto my bed. And I mean, I sorted it at the very least, but I'm just so busy on Sundays. Two things I have wanted to discuss with you guys are how I'm doing physically with this season so far, and also kind of just discussing racing tactics and strategy, because I feel like that's a really interesting topic that people talk about, but I feel like it's always the people that are like at the front of the pack talking about how they race with the front of the pack, but never like, you know, how the slower guys in the back race when you're really just running against yourself, or even in no man's land, how you deal with that and all that type of stuff. Physically, I'm actually doing really well right now. I definitely have had the best cross-country season of my life so far. Knock on wood, that continues to stay the same. But I just finished up my 8th week at 80 miles, which, I mean, the consistency is quite frankly beautiful. I mean, I'm so proud of myself. Definitely not an easy thing to do, but I am powering through and really giving it my all for this season. You know, it's the last one, the last time I'm gonna be competing competitively in college. And I mean, I'm just having a good time. All things are pretty well. Besides a small hiccup about 2 weeks ago, I did have a little bit of a problem with the inner of like my shin, kind of. Basically, like right here, kind of. Not entirely sure what happened, if I just stepped on it wrong or, you know, overuse, which is probably more likely than anything. And I have been working on that. Shout out Haley, my AT. She's been helping me a ton with that. I've got dry needled, which was a first for me, a very interesting and uncomfortable experience, but it definitely helped a ton. And I've slowly been reducing the pain more and more, which is awesome. But besides that, I mean, I am the picture of health or healthiness. I mean, I've been knocking out my sleep really well. Dieting could be a little bit better, not gonna lie, but I'm also on school campus and I'm limited to what I have available to eat. So, that's kind of just, taking pull. But yeah, no, physically, I've been pretty great. All right, with that being said, let's talk about some racing strategy stuff that, again, like I said, a lot of this stuff that I'm going to be talking about is more for people that aren't in the front of the pack, closer to people that race like me, between like that 26 to 30 minute 8K range. I think the three most common racing strategies that are employed in that area is the go out hard and fast, go out a little bit easier and slower, or go out controlled. And I think all of these strategies have their place in an 8K in a race. I just think it depends on what's going on. And to be honest with you, there's so many other different strategies you can employ during a race like this, because you can run with your team, you can run by yourself. It depends on how the course is, it depends on the weather. But I feel like those are the three most common ones that I see personally. All right, we're out here with Anders. And Anders, I have a very important question to ask you. How do you race?
My strategy is to go out hard and just hold on to the people in front of me. Do not lose the pack, because then you're in no man's land, That's not good. And then just hope that you can hold the pace all the way in.
Hold the pace all the way in? Do you try to run faster in the very end, or just try to hold the pace?
Just trying to hold the pace. I mean, you always kick, but there's no kick. I don't have a kick. It's just hold the pace.
Thank you, Anders.
Yep.
I'm here with Willie, and I got a question for you. How do you race? What's your strategy?
I am not much of like a go out hard kind of guy. I prefer to build. So normally my first mile will be one of my slower, maybe not my slowest, but up there close to my slowest. And then as I go into the race, I'm going to slowly get faster and faster and hopefully keep catching people, get that confidence boost at 5-6K and push it through to the 8K.
Hey, Timmy, let me ask you something. How do you race? How do you race? How do you race a race,
So, start fast, middle be fast, and the end be faster.
There you have it. So to break it down, basically what going out fast and hard entails, just like it sounds, you go out much faster than your average pace, you come back down during the middle of the race, and then ideally you're either holding on to whoever you can pack-wise until the very end, where you just try to kick to the finish. But usually when you do go out really hard, you slowly die as the race continues, and your goal is just to not die in all honesty. If you want to do the going out easy and slow, basically that just means you're going out a little bit slower than what you want your average pace to be, and you're slowly picking up pace between miles 2 through 4, and then by the 5th mile you're really just trying to attack that 5th mile, go as hard as you can, find a place to 200 meters out, get your kick in, and use that type of strategy, which again, it's a good strategy. Your first mile is just always going to be a little bit slower, and you're going to have to be a little bit more wary about how much you pick it up, because you are going to have to pick it up, of course. And then the most common method that I feel like is used when you're racing an AK, which is what I do the most and which is what we're going to talk about the most, is going out controlled. Ideally, what you want to do is you want to go out at exactly the pace that you want to race. And I mean, to be honest with you, it can be a couple seconds fast or a couple seconds slow. It's not the end of the world if it's not the exact pace, but you just want to go out comfortable. Like, you don't want to go out super hard. You don't want to go out super slow. It's right in the middle, basically. And it's a very difficult thing to judge, especially on a course where you can't see the time, or you don't have somebody shouting out the times to you. Now, something that I do is I pretty much get the feel of the pace that I want to run in workouts. So if I'm doing a workout and I need to figure out, okay, I want to run, 5:10 for my average of 5 miles or 8 kilometers, my 5:10, what does that feel like when I'm doing a workout? And I try to basically just feel how that feels during a workout, so that when I do get up to the race, I can start feeling that. Another great way is just, having a watch on you and setting up your watch to be able to see your average pace. And that helps out a ton with being able to kind of manage how fast you run. And I know a lot of coaches say, don't wear your watch when you're racing. And it's hard because you really do have to just go off of feel at the end of the day. but a watch can definitely help depending on what the course is like. And I think that really is the hardest part about racing, is no matter what strategy you employ, at the end of the day, it is your mentality that's going to take you through 3K, 4K, 5K, all the way up to 8K. But racing strategy and having a race strategy, having a plan going into that first mile will help you so much more mentally to be able to digest a race that's 5 miles long. So I highly suggest everybody should, before your race, figure out what you want to do. I mean, don't just, for the first 8K perhaps, just go out there, give it your all. And even down the road, if you really just want to test out your fitness because you feel like you could run faster, maybe you go run with a pack that you've never ran before. You go out a little bit harder, try a different strategy, but go into it with a thought that, hey, I want to run this first mile, or hey, I want to go out a little bit faster than I did last time, because that mentally is going to prepare you for the race itself. And again, it's none of the 3 strategies I just mentioned are the only strategies you can use. They're just the common ones that I see personally. But with that being said, you don't even have to pick one of those every single time. You can do other strategies and see how it works for you, because they're not all going to work the same for everybody. And all 3 could work equally as well for you. And then you just pick which one you like the best. So with that being said, that's really all I wanted to talk about today. Hopefully I got some good drawings and stuff on the whiteboard that you guys are going to get to watch while I'm kind of talking about this. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not yet, but yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be back again with another video probably Sunday. Fingers crossed. I'm kind of on this Wednesday, Sunday upload schedule, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you guys want to see anything else in the comments below. Otherwise, have a fantastic rest of your week. Good luck with all the people racing this weekend, and I will see you guys very soon. Love all things. Peace out.